Today we are going to demonstrate what a possible encounter may have looked like between the Wari civilization and an ancient alien. The years we will be looking at span from 450 to 1000 CE. This means other civilizations were being introduced to this world. Let's see how this Wari farmer responds to his visitor. As we make our way into the kingdom, why don't we learn a little more about the Wari's social structure?
Very little is known about the Wari's governmental structure and its social hierarchy, but due to administrative architecture and social stratification done by archaeologists, we have been able to find out that socio-political hierarchy may have had something to do with its government and its social hierarchy build-up. The city of Chonchopata was another place that would help reveal the social hierarchy within the culture. It was more located outside of the main skirt, and more than 200 remains of individuals have been found, ranging from potters, servants, middle class, the elite, and some low kings and or governors. One of the clues that was given to the archaeologists were royal tombs, which would help them with guiding them to the understanding of the socio-political hierarchy, which it would tell that social and political influence would have a great impact upon the culture itself. Within these tombs, the Wari would also have burial items that would accompany any royalty and or important people within the tombs, along with their remains. And this would mostly be either royal families, kings, women, shamans, priests, warriors, etc. And basically these would indicate their wealth, their importance, and power that they had.
We have finally made our way into the kingdom, but it seems to be abandoned. The Wari farmer looks to be explaining to his visitor what the Wari kingdom must have looked like before. Let's translate.
When examining the clues left behind by the Wari as we seek to learn about their lives, their architecture is very telling. The best example of this are the remains of Piquillacta, discovered in the eastern end of the valley of Cusco, Peru in 1927. This vast complex tells a tale of an organized workforce with a clear leadership and a uniform plan. It is estimated that it would have taken roughly 6 million days of labor to construct this fortress. The complex covers about 2 square kilometers and included hundreds of individual chambers within the conjoined buildings. On the outskirts of the walled complex are more than 10 larger enclosures, which are thought to have served as corrals for animals such as llamas. Early theories centered around the use of this space as a storage center and a military garrison. However, more recent excavations in the 1980s uncovered further details showing the presence of small hearth fires and broken pottery in many of the small rooms. Experts don't currently agree on a clear picture of what Piquillacta was, but it is clear that it was a group effort executed by a highly organized workforce with a very specific purpose in mind.
You may be asking how the civilization got destroyed. I think if you asked the Wari farmer, he would explain something about the Wari spirituality. Let's interpret.
Not much is known about the Wari religion. However, there are pieces and textiles can give us insight on the little we do know. Their religion is integrated with other local religions into an overarching ideology. Their art was done by many sophisticated artists, and most pieces were able to tell us a lot. Some textiles were related to shamanism, and weaving can be an induction method to altered states of consciousness. This is like a precursor to a belief in multi-tiered cosmos, which is the underworld and the basis of shamanism and all later spiritual practices. It is seen that the staff god, which is what the Wari believed in, is depicted as a psychotropic plant. Other motifs include, among other things, a deity with a rayed face and winged figures bearing staffs, fire making using a fire drill, and scenes of musicians playing various instruments. These likely depict Wari ceremonial practice, and the textiles were probably used in a similar ritual context. Also, a hallucinogen was used by the Wari people, and they assumed it was used for ritual purposes.
As we have just witnessed, the Wari were people of imagination and order. They were resourceful with how they developed their land, they arranged how they would preserve their culture, and they created a safe environment for their traditions to grow. Their art reflects a story of people with a clear understanding of who they were and what they wanted. It allows future generations to grasp an idea of the evolving world before them. Although much of their history has been forgotten, we can still be grateful to know that a civilization such as the Waris once thrived.